Hi, Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your September 2023 full moon reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out more than you guys will ever know, so thank you so very much for doing so. And thank you all once again for all your healing energy, your well wishes, your encouraging words, just your absolute kindness and awesomeness. After I've fallen, hurt my knee, you guys have been just absolutely amazing. So I want to thank you all again so very much. Like, I can't thank you enough. I felt the healing energy, I felt the impact of it. It has been astounding. You guys are absolutely amazing. And I'm so thankful for this community and, just this awesomeness that we have built together. So thank you all so very much. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed in the description box below. And if you're interested in a private reading, a private personalized meditation, or a healing, check out my website, daneharttarot.com. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. Okay, Pisces, let's see what the tarot has to say. And I know if you're returning here, I usually start with the energy to be mindful of, but Spirit has been saying to shake things up. So that's what we're going to do. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Oh, I love that. 10 of Pentacles. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides, angels and spirit guides. Okay, so what's going to be really interesting is like your head and your mind not really on the same wavelength right now. So just be aware of this. You're going to be changing a lot of the way that you see things. You can also be in a bit of discord with an air sign energy, a Gemini, a Libra, and Aquarius. Like, you guys are just not on the same page right now. You can be later on, most definitely. But right now, there's just a sense of I'm just really seeing it more as the head and the heart, the head and the soul. You're not in the same place. So Spirit is saying here, connect with your heart, connect with what you love, and then let what you love go to your head, and don't write it off as stupid. There's something here where it's like, oh, this is stupid, or oh, I'm stupid. You tend to say that to yourself a lot, and Spirit's like, cut it out, because an overflowing of abundance is coming your way. And that's awesome. But we have to get this head heart thing straightened out. Okay. We have to. Also, doors are going to be closing, or you're not going to be able to do certain things that you want to do right at this moment. It's the 29th of October is the full moon, 28th, I think, in some other parts of the world, in the southern hemisphere, I think. But there is a sense here of like certain doors closing or certain things not working out, and you're going to think, oh man, that's awful. But it's not. It's like it's upsetting, but it's not going to be as big a deal as you think it is. So let's see what Spirit has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides, angels. Here we have relax. Just breathe. Just breathe. Meditate, contemplate, relax. Let yourself, take in the beauty of things. Whatever you need to do to relax, do it. Let yourself, as long as it doesn't hurt anybody, as long as it doesn't hurt yourself, as long as you're staying positive and healthy and just, embracing the light and gorgeousness of your spirit, let yourself embrace relaxing. Let's see what the tarot needs us to be mindful of. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. The Four of Pentacles, vampiric energy, or money being locked away. something unfair happening with money. Okay. I don't know why, but, or it can't, no, it's almost like money locked away, or feeling like I don't get to have the nice things that other people get to have, which is not true because you have the 10 of Pentacles right here. But this is vampiric energy. This is energy that steals away your joy, your happiness, your contentment, your beauty, that makes you doubt yourself. This can be negative words from people. So, from your past or from your present, that just seep in and make you think, oh, I can't do it. And Spirit's like, yes, you can. Stop listening. 10 of Pentacles crowning you. That's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Prosperity, success, generational wealth. We look at things, we talk about generational curses a lot. And yes, there's a time and the place to talk about them. But there's generational blessings too. There's laughter and beauty and connection. There's also somebody on the other side really walking with you, really saying, I'm right here with you. I'm connecting with you. I love you. I want you to succeed. So just know that. Just know that during this time, that there's a beauty, a prosperity, a bounty. There's a connection on the other side. So slow down. When you have questions, when you feel like I don't know which way to go, ask, because that person on the other side, more than willing to tell you, more than willing to be like, oh, choose this, do that. They're a little bit more adventurous than you are. So just know that. Like, if you get some kind of wild and crazy ideas in your head, that's the other side saying, do it, live. They really are. They're saying live. With the Two of Wands. But they don't, interesting, because Spirit's saying, live, do something wild and crazy. But they're not necessarily saying that it has to be wild and crazy. They could be like, you know what? Try putting pepper on, this instead of salt. Like, see what happens. Or it's something like that. They think that it's wild and crazy, but it's really rather mundane. So, but it's just pushing you out of your comfort zone. With the Two of Wands reversed, a door is closing, or it doesn't feel like certain things are opening up or lining up the way that you had wanted them to. That's okay. Spirit knows what it's doing. It really does. And we sit there and we balk and we look at things and we're like, oh my gosh, I wish it was like this, or I wish it was like that. And Spirit's like, no, follow this path. Follow the path that's opening up to you. The Queen of Swords energy reversed. You can have somebody very caustic also in your life, like somebody who just has a tendency to be very negative, okay? Or to be very manipulative. This is somebody who deals in a lot of fantasy. And I'm not saying fantasy in like a positive way, like they love reading fantasy novels or anything like that. I love that. But this is somebody who doesn't necessarily have the best grip on reality, okay? They tend to be a bit of a fantasist. They make up stories. They don't see things the right way. Now, it can be that Spirit is telling you, listen, some doors are closing. You're not seeing it the right way. Connect with your heart. Not saying that you're a fantasist, but just saying that your perception on certain things might be skewed because you're not listening to your heart the way that a Pisces needs to. A Pisces needs to listen to their heart first and foremost to say, okay, what am I feeling? Why am I feeling this? You need to be alone with your thoughts. As much as you don't want to ever be alone with your thoughts and sit in meditation, you need to. You need to be alone with your thoughts. Just like a Gemini needs to be alone with their thoughts. They're the two people, right? The twins. You're the twin fish, right? You're the two fish. So you need to be alone with your thoughts to get those two parts of yourself working together, moving together. Because here, there's also a sense of the mind is saying it has to be like this. You're being very rigid within your mind. And your heart is saying, open it up. Open it up. Embrace your passion. Embrace what you love. There's ways to move forward in beauty and in abundance. That because we're kind of being too rigid with ourselves, or we're listening to somebody who isn't right for us, we're not opening up to our talents, to our prestige. And this is a more esoteric path, not just because she has her arms opened, up like this, but the Queen of Cups is a very caring, loving, spiritual energy. And that's what Spirit is saying to you. Walk towards that. Walk towards that love and that light. The Hangman, you're seeing things so differently than you have seen things before. Your insight is changing. Your way of looking at things is changing. And it leads you to the Four of Cups reversed. And the Four of Cups reversed is Spirit's a little bit tired of tapping you on the shoulder. Spirit is going to make something big happen, big happen around this time of this moon. It doesn't have to be exactly on the 29th or the 28th, right? Something big happen so that you pay attention. You sit up and listen. Like your normal routine is just absolutely blown up. Like it's like, whoa, that's not going to happen. And then it's making you look at something different. And you're like, oh, well, I never would have seen that if it wasn't for this. And, Spirit is like, yeah, of course. That's why I made this happen. So It's a big deal. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Okay. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels, interesting, and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Okay, interesting. All right. So the bonus card that we got is creation. We need to embrace creating, cultivating, moving things forward. Creation is such a powerful part of who we are, and we need to embrace that energy and that power and that instinct to move us forward. So creation is going to be pivotal to us. Our creative energy, our creative ideas, creation is going to be just a huge part of us during this time. And the moon is really going to shine a light on that. We have the end of a tough situation approaches, that's reverse, and self-love is reverse. It's so interesting because put down here, I think this is bring love into the situation. I thought, oh my gosh, because the cards came out at the same time, I was like, oh, that one should have been here and this one should have been there. That would have made more sense. But no, with the 10 of Pentacles, prosperity, success, bounty, generational wealth, prosperity to last for generations. You're building something astounding. You don't feel like you are. And you're not honoring yourself. That's why the heart and the head are out of sync with each other. They're out of sync. And until they're back in sync with each other, you're going to feel a little bit lost and a little bit like you wander just a bit. So just be aware of that during this time. With the void, it's embracing the nothingness and bring love into the situation. The void, we have a really hard time because the void is reversed to embrace the nothingness, to embrace the great expanse. Bring love into the situation. Doors have closed. Life hasn't gone in the directions that we had thought it would. Yep, that happens. But bring love into the situation. Let your heart move you forward. Okay? Let love outshine everything. Just be so in love with you, with who you are, with the expectation of what you want. Even if everything's going wrong, and you feel disappointed and, oh, I'm not achieving and succeeding and providing and doing the way that I should. Start to love yourself. Start to love yourself so much that it just spills out into everything else. People will be drawn to that like a moth to a flame. Okay? Success will be drawn to that like a moth to the flame. It's when we get depressed, it's when we, fall into doubt or anger or hatred for ourselves that all of a sudden everything starts to go away. It's when the fear takes over, the darkness takes over, that it blows out our light. Here we have discernment reversed. We're not being discerning with our thoughts, with our dreams, with the energy that we're letting into our life. We're listening to everybody, every chatter, especially the negative. That's like hitting us like a brick. Surrender to the divine. This moon is a spotlight. Surrender to the divine. Surrender to the power, the beauty of it. Nourishment. Okay? Nourishment is reversed. A time to heal is upright. We need to nourish ourselves properly. Take time to nourish our souls and nourish our hearts. It's a time for healing. This moon is a time for healing. It's a time to embrace our healing and what we desire. Wisdom. Looking at things differently. Wisdom. Communication is key. Communicating our wisdom, communicating our insight, communicating our ideas, opening up to the fact that we are seeing things differently, that we do desire things to be different, to have a greater understanding to it or a greater insight to it. Fear reverse. We're releasing fear. But we have fear around you and your loved ones are safe. So around like everything's going to work out. We've seen it not, but we're starting to release the fear that it's not going to be okay. And part of that is because divinity is just absolutely throwing us out of our comfort zone. Absolutely throwing us out of our comfort zone. And we're like, what the heck is happening here? So know that we're afraid that it's not going to be all okay. We're afraid that we don't have everything under control. And Spirit's like, okay, look at it. Look at it. You can't control, we can't control our futures. We can be prepared for them. We can get insight to them, but life happens in the most extraordinary ways. We can't control it, but we are moving forward in our power and in our greatness. And it's time to release the fear that has held us back for way too long. It moves us to our subconscious tarot message here, which is the Chariot. The Chariot is Cancer energy, a time frame of June 21st to July 22nd. It's taking the reins, it's moving after what we love, and it's letting ourselves really shine. Our subconscious spirit message is wish. What do we wish for? What does our heart long for? Let our wishes come forward, especially subconsciously. Let our wishes be a part of our life and not feeling like, oh, this is such a great wish or this is such a big wish. I'll never be able to achieve it. It's like, let our wishes enrich our lives like stories, like just the most beautiful gems. So that maybe we don't get, the mansion on the hill type of thing, and maybe we do. But that wish, that beauty, that dream gets to live within us and gets to be a driving spark that moves us forward. Our subconscious energy to be mindful of is the Lord. This is Aries energy. This full moon is in Aries. So we need to be mindful of being a little bit too militant with things, a little bit too regimented, a little bit too like, this is the way it has to be. It has to be just like this. It has to all be set up. Spirit's like, this is a time where we're being told to embrace the heart completely and openly and lovingly. Because remember, Aries is the god of war. And in mythology, in Greek mythology, Aries is in love with Venus. We're being told to embrace Venus, embrace our hearts, embrace our love. Not foolishness, not, not emotional kind of chaos like teenagers, right? But to embrace what we love. Because the passion that is in us is astounding. And we don't need to be eaten up by conquering, by having to have this outward achievement that if everybody doesn't see it, then it doesn't exist. Our subconscious, oh, look at that. Our subconscious spirit message from the moon is, it's time to take action because it's time to release. It's time to release what we no longer want, need, or desire within our lives. It's time to release the toxic, negative energy that has held us back for way too long. All right. All right, Pisces. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Pisces. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless. Bye.